Oh, welcome back. So, when I left off, what did I say I was doing? Getting things. Right. Okay. Good start. So remember I read up about the meteorite compass, I think it was actually like last night, and I saw that it doesn't just tell you where the things are, but it tells you the chunk they're in. So over at my oil mark there, I did a bit more digging around and actually did find it, plus some extra bits. And I got the silicon press. I also found this, and I have no idea what the hell it is, so I'm just going to ignore it for the time being. Yeah, so I've got all the presses I need, I think. There's no name press, but I don't think I need that. I made some bread out of the barley. Found out, weird, you can actually feed these guys barley. They won't follow you like with wheat, but you can. Processed some stuff, not much. I mean, looks pretty much the same. And actually, that's right. Also went and got a whole bunch of basalt cobblestone, which was from the one over yonder. I'm just going to get rid of this man quick. Cool. So, I have no more short-term goals, except one that I thought of, which is, no, I want coke oven and blast furnace. So these ones will be fun. I need coke brick. Coke brick is made of clay, and sandstone. So from it's a multi-block building thingy, and you make 3 each time. Now I don't think I have the hammer. I need a string, I believe, and a bit of iron. Get my achievement hammer. I won't have RTFM, which is make the thing, but I will get there, because I will be referring to it later. I need a hammer, and then I need that, which means, so this thing you need to make a 3x3x3. I always think 3x3 is 9, so it's 3x3x3, which means you need 27. Or more importantly, you need 9 recipes of this, because it's 3x3, which is 9. So I need 36 of each of clay and brick, which I will smelt up individually. Then I'm going to need a hell of a lot more sand than I have, which is none. Okay. Fortunately, I can make sand by cutting down gravel. Let's just do that, which can be made by cutting down cobblestone, which also has a chance to give me sand as a secondary output. In the meantime, let's make brick, and let's wait. What? Okay. That was a lot of random stuff that happened. So sandstone, bam. Might as well just do it this way. There we go. Coke brick times 27. Very nice. Now, this might actually be a good way to use my downstairs area. You go in there. I might get the basalt. Can I chisel basalt? Ah, beautiful, I can. I will look at the options later, but for the time being, let's use that to make this place look pretty. Or rather, to have a use for this place at all. thinking I might go into the wall one. Because if you think about it, like every place, all my things have a wall in between them anyway. So I've got my 7x7 on the internal, but then there's also a wall. And then I'll chisel these later and make it look a bit better. Use this as the floor. So that's only the one. And because it's a 3x3, I didn't want it to be like very narrow, because I also want one on this side. Not necessarily a coke oven, which you right click with this to turn it into, but a blast furnace which makes steel just a bit easier. So let's start with, I don't know, 22. Put those away, I don't need them anymore. Too particular. And we chuck that in, and that will slowly process. There's no tooltip at the top, unfortunately, but this will go down. When it finishes, one will go over here, and it will turn coal into coal coke. Where is it? What's the default one? What the heck? Oh, it's because I'm looking at brick, that's why. Then you can make a reinforced, which makes it better, I think, but meh. Coal coke. Yeah. And it'll make a bit of creosote oil, which, funnily enough, can be used for energy, which is interesting, but also, more importantly, you can bucket it and then make treated wood plank, or I guess insulated MVY, but meh. Or torches with the wall. More importantly, treated wood, because that's used to make the workbench, wall mount, I guess, storage crates, which are like chests, but they don't lose their contents when you break them. And then other things, like apparently a bayonet for a revolver. But it's an important thing. Yeah. More importantly, I guess capacitors, because that's how you store your energy. Yeah, but that's about it. Now it's almost done, so we'll see it produces coal coke and a little bit of creosote. Now coal coke is used in a blast furnace as fuel, and the blast furnace, you chuck it in the bottom, will turn iron into steel ingots, would produce slag, and if you want to be, I guess, faster, quote unquote, it takes like 9 times the time anyway. You can turn a block into a block with 9 slag output. But yeah, so that's a way of making steel that I can just kind of set and forget, because I'm going to require a lot of steel. It's a bit less efficient than just normally how I'm doing it, which is pulverizing down 8 iron and 1 coal to turn 8 into however much steel I now have. But it's actually using the mod, you know? So, last brick you need, therefore, which is made with blaze powder and nether brick and regular brick, which means, guess what, I'm going to need another 36 of this. Then I'm going to need 36 of you. And where are my blaze rods in here? I'm going to need 9 blaze powder. So if you pulverize, which is the most efficient? Because, you know, you can do 1 to 2, but why would you ever do that? If I chuck it into pulverizer, it'll make 4 with a chance of sulfur. Or if I chuck it in a sag mill, 4 with a chance of sulfur. Doesn't even matter. Speaking of, though, let me grab my funky capacitors and let's talk these upgraded machines. Which is just, I made the, what do you call it? Dark steel, which is just 1 steel plus 4 obsidian dust, or in this one, 1 steel plus obsidian. You can also do, I think, iron, obsidian, and coal or coal dust to do it all at once, which is pretty cool. But these machines, unlike the others, don't have any power storage internally, because the storage and speed is determined by the capacitor. So you can make a standard capacitor like that, which is just whatever, or you can make an even better one, which is I think just twice and then 4 times. And then those are also used to make capacitor banks, which hold however much million RF, but I've got these which don't require, like this one's 1 million and it takes 4 of these. It's a bit of a hassle. Even 5 million takes energetic alloy, which requires this. I'm not going there because I've got my other one. But if I chuck in one of these ones are kind of random. They also don't tell you. So in this case, I don't know what the speed is, but it's giving me a total of 724, 570. Chuck this one in. I have less. I probably want my alloy smelter to be more powerful than my sag mill because they alloy a lot more. But now I can store power. Now I can actually process things. Look how fast that was. That was actually so quick. Shoo, shoo. Cool. So now I've got enough. I need regular brick, which means... Actually, let's give this one a shot. That's arguably faster than my redstone furnace. The thing is, there's not much I can do to improve it from here. This one I can upgrade 2 more times. I can make it signalum instead of reinforced up to endarium, which is resonant, I think. I forget what the signalum is called. Just signalum. Yeah, you can make resonant. And then it'll give me augments, so I could put even more of these in, which might be faster, but for the time being, this is pretty rapid. So I'm going to do this as well. But even if it isn't, I can use them to have 2 smelting processes going at once, and also, therefore, 2 grinding processes going at once, which is pretty sweet. The good thing as well is it does 3 at once, so something I learnt when I was looking into it, this upgrade alloy smelter required my previous alloy smelter and a redstone furnace, or powered furnace, whatever the Ender IO's one's called. And the thing is, now I can set it to alloy only, or furnace only, which is 1, 2, 3, or a mix of both. So basically, you have to be careful chucking some stuff in. Like if I'm making a whole lot of steel, I don't want to just chuck in coal because it'll start making that into, I don't know, like graphite ingots or some crap like that. Anyway. Oh, of course it's raining. Anyway, now I've got my brick. Let's grab an iron just for demonstration as well. I'll upgrade the walls as well, once I decide which type of basalt I want. Was it basalt? I don't even know. And then right click with the hammer, and we now have a blast furnace. So this one's made me some lovely creosote, oil, and coal coke. So then I go 1 iron, I'll just do 1 coal coke. It's a bit of a process, but it's also a set and forget. But it makes slag. If I do that, slag's used to make like clay, dirt, different type of concrete, which hopefully isn't the same. Asphalt concrete, I think, actually increases your walking speed. Fighter grove, which is for plants and stuff. Or morbs, which are similar to the hook that I've got, but if you get a morb, you can turn it into a reusable one. It's like a Pokeball, really. You throw it and you catch. But even better, these don't need to be... the golden lasso that I have only works with passive mobs, whereas these work on any, including hostile. This one's reusable, whereas these are destroyed once you've replaced the mob. And then if I get a centrifugal separator and chuck on the instabulation apparatus, I can collect a mob, such as a zombie villager, and then kill them. This process, which gives me the experience, a chance of one of their drops, and stuff like that. Which is pretty cool, and it means I can worry about big guys later. Yeah. Anyway, that was nice and quick. Not as quick as it can be, but still nice and quick. And we've got steel and some slag. So that's how they work. And that's the start of that. I guess I'll chuck slag in there. I might reconsider it later. But yeah, that means coke oven blast furnace already done. Nice and easy. Ender IO stuff, it's kind of done. Oil and crystallized. Yes, I'm in Australia, so I use S, not Z. Also, we call it Z, not Z. Oil power. That I'm going to chuck down in the basement at some point. I might have to actually expand this out because the Empower requires, how much I had some blocks. A block in the center, which is the actual Empower. Then I think it's 2 blocks away. Maybe it's like 2. I'll have to look it up again. Let's say it's just 1. As in it's the second block away. It requires a display stand, display stand, display stand, display stand, and they all require power. Actually, this one might not require power. I don't know, it's been a while. But I need to power them, which means I need energy coming down, powering, and that's a lot of space that it takes up, so I might want to move it, which means I might need to move this. There's a massive apparatus you can make using different tools, including, I think, red. So red, Project Red, because it makes like gates and stuff, and then you can kind of link them up to have specific inputs. Like for starters, you have a cloche, gun cloche, which requires vacuum tube, which requires the engineer's table anyway. So I needed the blast furnace, not the blast furnace, but the coke oven, and this thing, which I forget which one it is. And it's this one, which is copper aluminium iron, in the thing to make a cloche, which then doesn't tell you, but it grows plants using energy. You put in the soil and you put in the seed, and it'll just using energy, and I think fertilizer actually, fertilizer and water. It will produce, whatever the plant makes. In this case, I'll make a whole lot of canola. And then canola goes into an oil press. It's not going to show you. Whatever, we'll do it this way. Canola. Blah, 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 blah. You chuck canola in a canola press to make canola oil. Then if you get a canola seed and then you atomic reconstruct it, if that's a verb, you make crystallized canola seeds. You drop that into a source block of canola oil, and it makes crystallized canola oil, which was... Wait, how do you make refined canola? Oh, that's weird. And then you can empower said crystallized to make power canola, and then you drop that, I think, into crystallized canola. I'm not sure. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Empowered oil. Okay, so if I look up oil, there it is. Okay, so canola oil turns into crystallized oil. And there you go, it's got different fuel details, but then you chuck this in either your compression dynamo, which requires coolant, but you can make a thing that doesn't use coolant, or you chuck it in an oil generator, which is just pretty simple. And then you set up a system where it's like, you've got your cloche, goes into making canola press, which makes oil. Then you have something that places the oil detector. It's like, oh, there's oil here. Drops a empowered one, which means you need another setup empowering them repeatedly, because the cloche produces both the produce and actual extra seeds, I do believe. So you take out the seeds one way, take out the canola another way, press the canola into oil, zap the seeds into whatever it is, drop the special seeds into the oil. It's like, hey, that's different oil, so it does another thing, sucks it out, chucks it into, or chucks it somewhere else. You've got another empower going, which empowers the seeds, including the zapped seeds. Then you power it, drop that into another dropper, into the thing which makes the empowered thing, which has another detector, etc. Suck into some sort of generator, whether it's the compression dynamo or it's the actual oil generator, which is a lot easier to make. But I don't know. That one's just as, that's pretty easy too. And you can upgrade these, which is probably the way I will go. Then if I find it, empowered oil, it makes 700,000 RIF versus canola oil, which makes 80,000. Doesn't make my gosh, 80,000. This one, which I believe requires a fractioning still, that's 4,000. What was it? So 80, 200, correction, to 400 to 700, which is, it's not double, but probably uses more energy, honestly. But yeah, that's the way you can go, and you can just have this massive ass system, which I probably will. I'll have to look up a video how to do that, but I'll get there. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's been cool getting started on a bit of this and actually having a reason to have this room. I do think I like it better with a bit more openness. Might even open this up. But yeah, next time I honestly don't know, because I haven't gotten that far ahead. I mean, I've got oil. Most of it, engineering requires a lot of materials to make big multi-block structures, which are pretty cool. Flight logistics I might need to start getting looked into, but before I make the next one, I will look into pretty much all three, see which one I think is the most reasonable to make, and spearhead that in the next one. So once again, thank you for watching, and I and all my animals, I guess, will see you next time. Bye-bye.